Who's a big boy dreadnought?
Spiky bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Rob Bear from SpikyBits.com. We are taking a look at some new resin upgrades that are out there on the market today. Liber Daemonica came out with a range of upgrade bits. Now, we've showed you some heads they sent us, I want to say a few weeks back, but it's probably a few months back. Time has no meaning these days, I suppose. And they've got a ton of stuff, and it's really great if you want to kind of customize your Space Marine Legions to look a certain way and do it pretty affordably compared to some of the other stuff out there, for sure. Today we're going to take a look at their Redemptor Dreadnought bits. They sent a couple kits over. They didn't have too many to choose from when they sent us this stuff, unfortunately, but now on their site there's a lot more, so I wanted to show you that real quick, talk about some pricing and how the kits actually look out of the package, and then show you how they look on a Redemptor Dreadnought too, because Redemptor Dreadnoughts are really neat. You don't really see them like really in the competitive scene as much, but they're so neat and they're so bigger, and dreadnoughts in general are just what screams 40k, right? It's the thing you see that you're like, well, that doesn't exist anywhere. What is that? I want to play that. That's dope. I want that. And I think for a lot of people, they might even be able to look back and be like, yo, dreadnoughts is what got me into this hobby. So whenever I see something dope for dreadnoughts, I definitely want to talk about it, whether it's upgrades or like a new design or something like that. And actually, we might show you how to magnetize this kit here in the near future. For some reason, back in 2017, I didn't cover that, but there's actually a really easy way to do it. But that's not today's video. Today's video is all about Liber Daemonica. So you may have seen me working on these bits on our social medias over the past couple of weeks, because I was trying to size them up and figure it out and get them all on there, and just kind of get the feel for the stuff. So you can find all these upgrade bits over at LiberDaemonica.com, and then you just click on shop across the top right here. You can see it's shaded already, right? Just click on that and it'll get you into the shop. Now, it's not, I won't lie, it's not laid out the best, but sometimes e-carts it's really hard to do unless you spend a lot of money in development fees on this stuff. It's functional, which is good, right? So you can see all the different categories across the top here. So you can really dig into it, kind of see what all is in here. They even have like painted stuff, like if you want some professionally painted stuff by the studio. Because remember, Liber Daemonica has been around. That's what they do. They literally are a commission painting service out of Russia. They're great. Won a ton of awards. All their stuff looks dope. We feature them regularly on Spiky Bits, the main site. Great looking stuff, right? And then they're like, hey, we want to do bits. And I was like, awesome. I love bits. I can help. So this is the section we're going to talk about today. And like I said, when they sent us the bits they had, the upgrade bits, they didn't have all these kits. And now I'm kind of kicking myself because I really like this Deathwatch one right here. There it is right there. This Deathwatch looking one looks pretty sweet. But they have a good like 10 plus of these things already. So it's kind of crazy. So we're going to look at this Sanguinous one. Unfortunately, the browser is too big for this recording window, but their website's great, so good for that it expands out. And I think we have another one too, like the Minotaurs one, but we'll show you that here in a second. But what I did want to mention was, look at the pricing on this. Oh, I was just looking around at all this different stuff here. Look at the pricing on this, $16.95 for this upgrade kit. Now, the only other thing I can compare this to is, I don't think Forge World even has upgrade kits for Redemptor Dreadnought yet. Given time, I'm sure they will. But like Pop Goes the Monkey sells something very similar, also made in resin or 3D printed in their monkey resin, of course. But it is a little bit more expensive than this stuff here. But where this, you're going to pay a little bit more in shipping, you're going to wait a little bit more time to get it from Russia. So there's a kind of a trade-off. But if you like one design more than the other, or perhaps you've seen one design more than the other, and you want something, you want the freshest shit for your army, hey, I get that, So like, go vote, always vote with your hobby dollars. What's best for you, of course. But all these designs look great for sure, and we're going to show them to you up close and personal here in a second as well. So here's what these upgrade sets look like in the flesh, so to speak. They're going to come in a little baggy, at least that's how they sent them over to me. I'm not sure the exact packaging, but everything came fine. It was wrapped in bubbles and all of that. They are going to have these little tabs on them, so you have to cut these off to get them into place on your plastic kit. Of course, you're going to need a plastic Redemptor. Now, what I recommend, and a nice easy little life hack to get those little bits off there without wrecking the actual piece right here, is just get some of this blue tack or fun tack or whatever it might be called in your country, and then you're just going to want to just put it in there so it absorbs the tension from that piece coming off. And as you get in here like this, then you don't have to worry about it shredding the actual part or exploding it, you know, across the room. And then you're like, oh crap, now I have to touch this up. And then if you have a little bit of a stub left right there, you can just, you know, use some a little bit of an X-Acto knife and just get in there and trim it with your normal little blade. But I mean, here you can see, you know, the details on this are very, very crisp. I think it came pre-washed. Like, it doesn't feel slimy or there's any mold release or anything like that. Like, I mean, I generally tend to wash all my resin, but I probably would just prime right over this. And then here's the other piece, and they didn't even cheat and just mirror it. These are actually two different design pieces. Now this is I believe it's called the fist style. This bit goes over the hand, so you can have a little upgrade bit over the hand as well. Oh, I actually put this one together. Okay, cool. I was wondering. And these are the top pieces here, and here is the toilet paper holder, as people said on social media. I think on our Instagram, they're like, why's it got a roll of toilet paper on the chest? No, silly. That's scrolling. That's the Emperor scroll work. That is not toilet paper. Toilet paper is very precious in the far future, much like it was recently here in the real life. So that's how the kits are going to come, and you know, to you ready to go. Now let's take a look at one of these assembled. Oh, I guess before I do that, I should show you the other kit that they sent, which is the Sanguis kit, aka Blood Angels. And this one's kind of cool. Like, I didn't really get what it was at first. I'm like, oh, okay, I see it. They got gems and like skulls and things, so you could kind of use this as Death Company if you really wanted to. And then it's got, you know, some blood drops and some wings and a little skull on the front. And like I said, they didn't skimp. They did two different versions of this. Very crisp detail work. It's not overly complicated. There's enough flat areas where you can do some cool blends and shading and stuff if that's your thing. And then this bit right here, oh, so upside it down. These bits here, the little angels and things like that. So there's a couple of those, and then this one here with the Grail on the side goes actually in front of the sarcophagus. And so that is that kit. Now this one I don't think had oh yeah, it does have the extra bit that goes over the fist, the punchy fist, which I think are pretty cool. But let's take a look at that fist one assembled and see what we think. So here's the resin upgrades on a actual Redemptor Dreadnought there, and I'm just gonna kind of focus on the top here. So if you have one already put together, it might be kind of hard to actually put this stuff on here unless you could get the plates off, I suppose, on the side. This one might be a little bit rougher, but what's cool about this is that the tension on the fist is actually enough, whether it's plastic or the resin upgrade. None of this is glued on. This is just blue tacked on because it's kind of like my crash test dummy to try some different armor plates on, you know, that you know, whoever might send us so we can take a closer look at it. And then it still does all the moving. Well, I tacked it down, but if you want it to, you can still do, you know, all the moving and stuff in there. It's got all the moving parts and things. Once you get it, you know, kind of set into place. But, you know, it's very crisp, it's very dynamic. You can definitely tell it's different from wherever you are, just kind of looking farther away. And I think it's pretty cool stuff. Didn't do the different weapon options, but there wasn't any bits for those currently. Now that might be something that they also offer going forward. So you will need probably an unbuilt Redemptor kit, but other than that, you just need this, or if you can pop some of these plates off, you should be good to go. This one might be a little dicey because a lot of people glue this down, but you actually don't have to. It's just a tight little tolerance fit right there. And then here is the Sanguine kit on the Redemptor, and man, it looks even better on the Redemptor, right? I also didn't realize these are mirrors of each other. I think they just flipped it, but so they didn't have to quite redesign it all, which is okay, because I think that's you know, again, like I said, there's plenty of space in there. Lots of room to get in there and do some blending, but not obscured by detail. And I like this with this big gem and you know, some skulls and stuff. So you can be like straight Blood Angels, or you can be like Death Company. Although this is probably more Blood Angels than Death Company with all the filigree and things like that, and the blood drops. And then the fist looks pretty good over there. And then this is a completely different design as well. But you know, this one has to go on this shoulder because of the positioning of the skull. It wouldn't. Or wait, no? Yeah, I guess it could. I guess they could go on either one. No, look at it. Yep, it could go on either one. So you can switch it up if you got multiples of these if you really want, or maybe do a different faceplate or something depending on which ones you get. But yeah, very cool kit. Lots going on over there. Like I said, they're up to like 10 plus of these right now over on Liber Daemonica's website. So you know, by the time this video actually hits YouTube and stuff, there might be 12, might be 15 more. They always seem to be adding stuff pretty frequently. So definitely check them out when you're looking for resin upgrades for both your Marines and at least the Redemptor Dreadnoughts right now, although I think they just previewed a Knight upgrade kit too, Imperial Knight upgrade kit, so that might be pretty cool to check out here in the near future. So again, LiberDaemonica.com, make sure you check them out, and if you do order something, tell them you saw it on Spiky Bits. So thank you very much for watching this unbox and build of the new resin upgrade kits from Liber Daemonica. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on all our videos.